see the 4-0 there. I just saw it turning into hairpin 1 there, back underway, having been recovered to the pit lane.
Clubman leaders in.
Yep. Indeed. So DWS are in the pits, as are EDKT, the 85 kart, pitting from 26th place, running just about in the top 10 of the higher kart class, I believe. In fact, they may be just outside it. Yeah, they're 11th in the higher kart class. So the sun is beating down, and it's sort of lighting up all the wet patches, basically.
Is that a problem for the 67?
Oh, it is going rather slow, isn't it? This is the Swindon Karting effort.
Swindon Karting 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a new camera angle.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Do you know what? That's even better. We can see the kart numbers on that angle. Love it. Yeah. Look at that. Is that our...
yeah,
is
that's
that our
our
rookie leader looking down at his right-hand side of his car?
Yeah, that was Slavek Piskor's having a little look at something. Car seems to be at full pace at the moment. And there's the 15. Another pit stop completed by them. That's the Thundercats. We had some good straight line speed earlier. 69. This is the Cougars. We've not seen them for a while, actually.
We haven't, have we? Have we acknowledged this?
No.
Let's give Connor what he wants. We're going to give you the high kart standings.
There we go.
There we go. Oop.
So it's still the sprinters in the lead, and here comes the 48. So this is Laura Davis bringing in
and the 67.
And the 67 as well. So 48. Where are they now in higher?
Brawn Cocktails. They've had an eventful race.
Oh, they're down in 22nd in class at the moment.
Yeah, and 40th overall. And the 67 Swindon Karting is the one we just saw having the problem down the back straight. So I wonder if we're about to see the Swindon Karting effort pull into the paddock for mechanical. Indeed they are. So Swindon Karting are going to go straight, and we're probably going to see them here unless he's...
You want to get in the kart back before it rolls down that hill.
Yeah, you do. You want to have someone on the brake usually, but they have, they've done a decent job. They're going straight to the garage anyway, so it's a quick jaunt across the paddock. So yes, SG Petch Sprinters are your current class leaders in the higher kart. So they did win out. I was saying for ages that the Harry's Carriers, the 57 kart, was going to regain the lead of this class with the pit stops working themselves out. I don't think any of the top runners owe us a pit stop. It is SG Petch Sprinters who are out on top. So Harry's Carriers are a lap down from SG Petch. Kart Events are third in class, Eco Trailer fourth in class, and Last Minute are fifth in class. LH Racing sixth in class. The 42 car I've just pulled into the pits. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out there, Connor. We will try and cycle the classes fairly regularly. More support coming in for the 222 kart, the Canterbury College, who have been running very well. I'm very impressed. Here we were hearing earlier how they're racing in memory of one of their tutors.
The 999 coming towards us.
Yeah, they've had a difficult couple of hours, is it fair to say? There's been a few, or that last stint, I think the driver might have got quite tired. There were a few spins, unforced errors, shall we say, out there. And rather worryingly, Andrew has just brought up the weather radar again, and he's got it now constantly on screen, pinned to the side of our laptop screens.
Winter is coming, folks.
Yes. This could be interesting.
Just tracking it through Durham at about 4:30. So if we've given it another half hour to get across to here, I'm going to say 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops before the next batch of rain coming in from the northwest, the dreaded northwest of here at Teesside Autodrome. But we're enjoying this slightly damp weather, this damp track. The lap times have got almost down into the sub-120s, 122.250 for the lead kart last time around. So the track is drying, but as I say, it's going to be all that hard work. Oh, as Rihanna Percox is going to having a half spin there, trying to get past. Which one's that? Is that the 33?
I can't actually see a number on the front of that one.
I think it might be the 33 of BTM Racing. But the maidens with Rihanna Percox at the wheel, really just trying to get as much time back as they can now after 3 long pit stops.
You know what's worrying me, Andrew? I can see more drivers out there with no rain suit on.
Yes.
That's what's worrying me.
Yes. Anyone who can hear us who's going out in the next 20 minutes, get a rain suit on now.
I would definitely consider it. And we're not just doing this because, you know, BBC Weather has a teary looking cloud. We're doing it because on the weather radar there is a rather large splotch of yellow and red heading towards the track. And we haven't known this radar to be wrong yet this year.
It was pretty spot on earlier.
It was very spot on. It was almost offensively spot on from the point of view of anyone who wasn't wearing a rain suit.
Both ways as well.
Yes.
So it's pretty good at predicting when the rain's going to come in.
Sorry, someone went very wide off around the parabola then.
I think that was someone just getting some practice in for the wet line. Oh, the Belgians, the 79, getting stuck in.
Yes.
Sam Spinale at the wheel. There he is, the leaning tower of Hertfordshire. That's a BUKC reference.
Getting his lean on.
Getting his lean on indeed. But he's pretty handy in wet conditions. I tell you what, if you want to drive out there when the rain's about to come in, he is your
And
man.
if you want a time when you should be getting your lean on in the car, wet conditions is pretty
Position change for 9th place. MS Lucas Racing displaced offline 2.
Also, I think this is the display on track overtakers as well. Swindon Karting 2 have just taken 37th place. Team White River.
Indeed. And actually, let's stick with this battle between the 74 and 79. This is a battle for position. Jack Dex Racing against Team Belgium for 7th place, just going through the probably about hairpin 1 now. Just trying to pick them up again. I just noticed that one, that they were together. So the blue and white
now on the back
cart
straight.
of, and here they are along the back straight now.
Oh, there they were.
The blue and white cart of JDR and the yellow, black and red cart of the Belgians, appropriately coloured.
Yeah. And there they are again.
So coming through hairpin 4 and back towards start finish. Last time they were 0.136 over the line, and now there's been actually a change for position there. So Team Belgium have taken that position on that last lap back up to 7th place. Spinale doing some good jobs at the wheel, and in fact that's also a position in class, so that's now 4th place in class for Team Belgium in Clubman. So it's still DWS from Team Keen. Canterbury College running up there in 3rd in class. Very impressive stuff. Here is 4th and 5th, 79 followed by 74, and then everybody else. It's just gone 5 o'clock here at Teesside. You're watching the Alpha Live broadcast of the British 24-hour kart race for 2017. My name's Andrew Mather. His name's Howard Mitchell.
He was just staring at that car who's almost lost their number plate coming down the back straight.
Yes.
Funnily enough, I can't tell you who they were, but yes. Yes, indeed. Sorry to interrupt you there, Andrew. Thank you for joining us on this live stream. Very happy to be able to bring you coverage. Why not give a follow or a like to facebook.com/Alpha Live Production. And if you liking what you're hearing from a commentary perspective as well, thank you very much. Andrew and myself make up Motorsport, ARM Motorsport Media indeed. And feel free to look us up as well, facebook.com/ARM Motorsport Media if you're liking what you're seeing about.
Oh, what's happened
big
here?
off, big off into
99.
turn 1, 2, 3 out the hook.
And I think this is the
And,
bashful, lanky.
It is. I think that's
Knights
the
as
bashful
well.
lanky Knights. It is indeed. So them and the 99.
And driver's got his helmet off as well.
So
I think he's okay.
It's the crash of the inappropriately titled teams. It's the Norfolk Kart, as we're calling them.
The race for
The race for who has the most
race for
name.
Riley.
Oh, sorry.
They've
yes.
changed their name.
Okay.
Thank goodness for us. Yes, they're going
Oh,
to be
it
in the
is race
pits
for
now.
Riley, isn't it? Yes. Indeed. Apologies. So race for Riley and yes.
Oh, I suspect they've come together
Must
through
have
the
done,
hook.
but even so.
It's a strange one to have.
I wonder if maybe they were. One of
Leaders
them just
in.
pulled into the pits. I wonder if one of them was trying to get into the pits and the other one didn't yield, and they just both went straight through. But even then, that's a long way to travel.
Leader is in.
Yep. Q Racing. 210 laps in the bag.
Oh, big off there. Who was that going off? This was on the way up the hill. I think that was the driver, just kind of a lapse of concentration there. We'll have to see who's going to have a slow sector 1. That was quite a hit.
Yes, I didn't catch it myself. But look at this gang of cars. There's a lot of field bunching here.
Might have been Mission Motorsport. Just a little bit of a slow first sector. It was only a momentary hold up. Hit the barriers, bounced into the barriers and off again. And Slavak Piskor's coming in. This is your leader in rookie class. And I just wonder, is that that might be a decent time to make a driver change if they are going to make a driver change.
Very decent time to make a driver change.
Because get the drivers in. Yes, we know the rain's coming, but if you get the driver in, new driver in now, give them a bit of time to get used to at least these semi-dry conditions and then warm into the wet conditions, as opposed to, say, change in about 25 minutes' time when we're probably going to have Lake Teesside again. Once again, it's looking like the very start of the race again.
I was going to say, this is really bunched up. I was just having a look, Andrew, at, or trying to get a look at the driver tracker. Although, I think because we've been playing around with how we sign this window, it's upset. Oh, I've broken the machine. We'll use... No, I think it's...
No, it's probably me.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It was important we keep an eye on the weather radar. Ah, there we go. Right, so they're fairly bunched up. There is a quiet part in the middle of the pack, but to be fair, it's such a large field of karts. There is the 110. There's Slavik going around. Do they perform a driver change? I think we may have sacrificed the camera looking down the pit lane in order to get a better shot of the weighing scales and fueling area. As who's that coming around? The 68.
Oh, spin in the hook there. So two drivers getting together. Didn't quite make out the numbers. And another driver going round. What is going on here? Through the hook.
Interesting. Swindon Karting 2 is currently in the pit lane, by the way. Performing their pit stop. And that kart is the kart with the number plate that's trying to fall off. Is the kart going through there. You have the spin in the hook. Going around with hardly any number plates on show. So Racing for Riley is still in the pit, so we're wondering if they may have sustained some damage in that incident. As we've got another kart off, this time at hairpin 3. It is the Steel City 4-0 kart. They've had an eventful few hours. Team Belgium have recently got past That's Racing, the JDR kart, number 74 for 7th place, so changes for position there. And they're still quite close together, actually. Where are they on track? Yeah, they're just coming out to finish the lap now. They're in traffic. I think, indeed, they've swapped back. JDR got back past Team Belgium, so good battle for 7th place. So there's a full course yellow here. Trying to work out why. We've got a stationary kart out there. Oh, as what's happened to Team Belgium? We're going to keep an eye on Team Belgium here. Team Belgium are dropping down the order. Something's happened to the number 79 kart. I don't know why we've got a full course yellow right now. But one presumes a kart is stationary, and one presumes, looking at the timing at the moment, that it's Team Belgium. I'm looking across all the cameras that I can see to see if we can see who's stationary here. But we must have a stationary kart of some kind for the full course yellow, and I haven't seen Team Belgium come through. They were running closely with JDR. As I say, there's just been a change of position for 7th place overall.
And oh, that looks like, yes, that's Sam Spinale. Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, there is the Team Belgium kart. So, shake of their head, and well he might. Now,
damage to the front left.
Yeah, now question. They were running very closely on track with Team JDR, battling for 7th place.
But I think they were pulling away from them.
Well, yes, that's true. I mean, they were in traffic, so it would be wrong of me to claim anything right off the bat as in a battle for position. Could have just been some issue in traffic. It could, of course, have been an unforced error, although that would be extremely uncharacteristic for Sam Spinale. But drama for Team Belgium, and it's promoted MS Lucas Racing to 8th and Offline 2
back to green
to 9th. As we go back to green, of course, yes, indeed, now that we've got the kart recovered. And once again, there's a massively dense gaggle of karts coming through hairpins 3 and 4, as once again, Andrew and I look at the weather radar, and
I know you all think we're kidding because
yeah,
it's nice and sunny at the moment.
You might be going, lads, come on, stop being so pessimistic. It's not that bad weather-wise in the north.
But it is. I should know.
Yeah, okay. The Yorkshireman confirms to me that it is. I thought, yeah, a bit drizzly down in Woodland. Anyway, is this one for position? What we're just seeing there,
well, there has been a change there. That's a quite crucial one there. That the kart event's Belgian kart has just hopped ahead of Harry's Carriers for 15th place, but it's also for 2nd in higher class.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, if the battle we just saw on screen was for that position. I'm looking at that car, that's the 58.
Yep.
DWS. And Team Keen are a further 7 seconds down the road, so it's. But there you can also see the Giant Hornets racing kart. There it is, the green one. Good livery on that car. You mentioned
like
that already? It's been very good so far.
Now I've been told rain will start in 32 minutes. So now we've got a competition. Whose is right? The phone or
the radar? The producers are always right. I shouldn't have laughed for that. He's standing right behind me. Thank you for joining us for the coverage of this, the 24 hours of Teesside Autodrome, commonly known as the British 24 hours within karting. One of the major endurance go-karting events on the calendar. Here at the longest go-kart track in the world. 2.1 kilometres, if anyone's counting. We are watching 65 karts, and I believe it is still 65 karts, although I have to say...
Oh, someone... Oh, no, sorry, it's screen glitch. I thought someone had stopped on the hook then.
Don't do this to me, Andrew. I say we have 65 runners still. The Banshee racing kart has been in the pits now for quite a while, and I do fear they may have had some kind of major issue that may prevent them from taking to the track any time soon. But yes, don't forget, if you leave a comment underneath our humble little stream here at www.facebook.com/Alpha Live Production, then we can see it here in comms, and we have the power to beam it to the screen. We can answer your questions, or if you want to request particular information on a particular team. It's a 24-hour race. We've probably got the time to fulfill that request at some point. Second and third on track are actually quite close together. It's just that they're a lap down. This is the 443 and the 770. They're not who's in shot at the moment. Who's in shot at the moment is our leader, who's been the Carlson shot just then, so 330. Going through shot there, just going into shots of a red detailed cart. 216 laps currently in hand.
Just bookcake
Ooh.
by Team Bonato. Thank you very
Hello.
much, sir.
That's a great way of getting mentions.
Excellent.
Hey,
They're
that's
my new
all right.
favourites.
They are the brilliant Team Bonato. I always said that. Blimey.
That's a lot of donuts.
That's a lot. Is that really all for
donuts.
us? I'm rather worried if it is. I'm just
We eat them really, really quickly. No one will ever know.
yeah. Show it on the comms cam. Oh, blimey.
Look at this.
Look, this is
Look at
This
this.
is how you get mentions. It really is.
A round of applause.
It's a tough old lark, this this commentary gig. No. Thank you very much, Team Bonato. If those genuinely are for us, we like blimey.
Problem for the 211.
Yeah.
He's I'm going to use that deranged word again. The front of that fender is not as brand spanking new as it was at the start of the race.
I'm sorry to pin you down on this one, mate, but is it the 211 or the 111?
It's the
What is it?
Score in time and scoring 211.
Is it, but it does say 111 on the car.
It says 111 on the
Okay.
card.
I just want to clarify.
I don't know whether there's been some contact because they're currently on track here on screen with.
They are the 111. You're absolutely
I
correct.
think that's one of the offline carts. I might be wrong.
With them, hopefully.
Oh, spin there or half spin for one of the higher carts going up the hill. This going up the hill is looking very tricky, and
Whoever they are with.
I'm going to say, I told you so. Look at those clouds.
Well, don't say I told you so.
Oh, someone's in the wall, and quite a few drivers in the wall.
Oh.
That's the 222.
It's Canterbury College.
It's Canterbury College.
That's a real shame. I mean, they'll recover it and keep going. That is a crying shame.
And that's
for
going to
them.
drop them away from, well, for now at least, the top three in Clubman. Where's the 777 on track? Let's work this out. So they are coming through. Yes, I think it is the 777 that the 211 is battling with. And this is for position. This is for...
Ninth?
Oh, is it? No, it's not.
Oh, no, they're separated.
Yeah, they're
close
separated
on
by
track.
2 laps.
Yeah.
Exactly. 2 laps and a few metres. But no, I do wonder, have we got a little bit of rain down at the bottom end of the circuit? Because that is where the weather is coming from.
I mean, it'd be annoying for the racers, but Andrew and I...
A lot of drivers running very... I think
Yeah,
it's raining down there.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And we really want that to be true, because then we'd be vindicated and show that...
32 minutes. I've been looking at these radars long enough at this place to know how long weather's going to get from Durham to here. 32. Anyway, well, it's going to come now in the next, as I say,
It is the
next 10
headline.
minutes.
I think
It's
is
going to
that
be
it
a
is
short
coming.
one. It's going to be a short one. So probably it'll come through. It'll clatter and bang. It'll be done within hopefully about half an hour. Unfortunately, though, all that drying of the track that it's been done in the last, what would you say, Howard, 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Is all going to be undone. We're probably going to be back towards the 145s in terms of lap times, and we had broken into the 120s or sub 120s as well. MS Soko Select, for example, just did a 1:19.080.
Luke's phone saying 23 now, Andrew.
Is it now?
Request a Will Chew if you're watching. I love your highlight feature on Alpha Time, but can we have more than just blue and red
Another
colours?
driver off at the.
Oh yeah.
At the.
Now I'm going to mention there is a damp patch on just off the apex of that corner.
There is.
I've noticed it really hasn't. It's never dried, and I'm wondering if
Yeah,
it's the cart's hitting that,
Yeah, they are.
and it's forcing them wide. And if you stay tight in that corner and use the curb, then you avoid it. And if you
JDR
go
are
just
in.
wide of the curb, you'll end up going wide. Nice thought. Right, that from producer Luke. Maybe knock the tyres onto the track. Good point. Who's that going slow?
79 to back out.
The back out, sorry.
Yep, they are.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought we were at the wrong moment then under braking. I thought they were going slowly.
909 is going slowly. I think that's just not the best run off the corner.
Is that still our... It's SG Pet Sprinters there, our hire kart leaders in shot. The white nacelle panel on them. Currently turning in now for the apex. And then that... Andrew, are the 86 back out? As the 85 is
gone
round. The 85 is definitely out, and that's the EDKT team. Seems frustrated about something.
I think he's just waiting for a safe gap, which is
It
very
looks
sensible
like he's
to do.
gesturing to the marshals to me. He's waving quite crazily for someone just waiting for a gap.
There's your leader.
Yeah, calmly going about this. It's been a calm race-leading performance since the drama of the rain. As there's a yellow flag out at hairpin 3, there's a yellow out at hairpin 1 as well. Hairpin 3 is for the 85 that's just got going again. But why was there yellow out at hairpin 1? I definitely just saw one.
So the 85 driver definitely looking in trouble there.
There's no yellow at hairpin 1 now, so I think I said anything. The 85 comes in. He's really annoyed about something. He's gesturing crazily as he comes in. Onto the weighbridge. I'm just going to take a peek outside to see if I can work out what's got him so excited.
Questions come in
He's
from
not fueling.
Matt Jordan. How are the team Bonato Academy 96? Well, apart from bringing us
They're doing brilliantly. They're
very
the best.
very delicious looking chocolate glazed donuts.
Best team ever at Team Bonato.
They're 53rd.
They are 53rd. So that's Team Bonato and... Sorry, did they ask specifically about the academy?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Yes. I've just realised the producer has control of the mouse on this computer. He controls everything.
Of course he does. He's Luke, the producer.
So EDKT, as we saw, pulled into the pits. Didn't fuel though, so I wonder if some kind of problem there. Potentially some kind of mechanical. As we look at our leaders again. Oh, Andrew.
Raining in Oh, hello, James. How you doing, mate? Good to hear from you. James Kimmins, who I used to Racing Club 100. We miss you, James. But he's saying it's raining in Durham 20 miles away, which, yep, I'll agree with that.
It's just have a sixth sense for Durham.
Yes. It's a very nice place.
Very nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Only university that has a castle.
Yeah.
Is the only thing I could think about Durham right then.
It's also very hilly.
It is very hilly.
As I say, you mentioned the university. That's my one visit to Durham ever, which was back in
Do you know that
2008.
that was my only
2009.
visit to Durham as well.
And I stayed in one of the colleges for a night as a maths. It was a maths open engagement thing, and yeah, I had to walk all the way across from Durham, and it's basically like two valleys. I was quite tired at the end of it, and I walked straight past through the castle.
I'm going to pull that anecdote back to the racing. And
Oh, hello, Jake.
Hello, Jake. Thank you very much for commenting and tuning in. Yeah, we're really. It is really good that we're able to bring the live streaming of this event. Good that we're able to bring coverage. Respect for what you have done in the past. And actually, still, it may not be bettered in one way, Jake. We're possibly not going for 24 hours straight. I think it's fair to say.
No.
We're going to let you have that
Well,
one.
where's my rain?
Yeah,
I'm expecting it any
very close
moment
to being
now.
embarrassed in front of the producers. And you realise that I've suddenly disassociated myself from your forecast and put
Thank
it
you
all
very
on
much. Connor Marsh is still pounding round in there, unless, well, I've not seen another driver in that 57, but this is a mega stint from Connor Marsh at the wheel of the Harry's Carriers. Rihanna Percock's back at the wheel of the 35 for the Northampton Maidens. Where are they now? Because they've had these issues. They are 28th, 15 laps off the lead, and that makes them 5 laps off the lead in class.
I've just noted that it's the bottom of another hour.
It is indeed.
So I think it's time we update the... Oh, this is my screen. It's the producer again. He's moving the screen.
Come use mine.
I'm going to use your screen to update the audience on what the current run of things are. So, we are 5.5 hours into the 2017 running of the British 24 Hours. The final event in the 24-hour karting series. And also serving as a round of the British Pro Kart Endurance Championship, round 7, I believe, off the top of my head, of 11. My name's Howard Mitchell, I'm alongside Andrew Mather, and we are ARM Motorsport Media, providing commentary for the Alpha Live production live stream of this event. And at this point, it is the 330Q Racing kart that leads the race with 225 laps in the bag. They are a very comfortable road, 2 laps ahead of the 443 MS Soco Select entry. They're in second place, and third place is the 770 Offline 1 kart, who are only 20 seconds behind the second place 443. So a little battle brewing over there. Those top 3 are top 3 overall and top 3 in the pro class. In fourth place is the highest placed clubman class kart, the DWS kart, the 58 kart. And I tell you what, if we can pick them up somewhere on camera, that would be really good, because they're only 2 seconds ahead of the Team Keen kart, the 115, in 5th place. And then in 6th place, we saw them have a bit of a drama earlier on at the foot of the hill, but they've got back going now, the 222 Canterbury College team. So they are 1, 2 and 3 in the clubman class. So yeah, if we can pick up the 58 and the 115, they're really close for the lead battle in clubmans.
Oh, we've actually got another lead battle at the another position battle between the 48.
Yes.
I can't make that out.
The 48 and the 86.
Yeah.
The race for Ruben's squad? No, it's not.
No, 103.
Okay. That's
There it is. 39.
Yes, sorry, the battle for 39 between the 48 and the 103.
Okay. If anything
Yes.
happens, I'll rudely interrupt you.
That's fine. Indeed, yes, so the top 3 in clubmans, the 58 DWS, the 115 Team Keen, and the 222 Canterbury College, all having very impressive runs so far. In 7th place overall and 4th place in the pro class is the 420 MS Lucas Racing, and then in the 8th place position is the 777 car of Offline 2. Jake Dowks Racing, JDR, Team 74, they are in 9th place, and then in 10th place is your rookie class leader, Giant Hornets Racing, 110 car. 211, MS JSR, are currently running in 11th place. Bear in mind if you're watching the stream, 211 on your timing has 111 on the car, so it's the 111 in position 11. In 12th position is the 79 Team Belgium kart, 13th is the 69 Coca Cougars. In 14th position is the 120 SG Petch Sprinters, and they are your leaders in the very hotly contested higher class. Harry's Carriers in the number 57 kart are 15th and in second in that class, and Kart Events, the BE, the Belgian team, Kart 66, are running 16th and third in the higher kart class. Then another higher kart class team who've had a strong run so far, the number 100 Eco Trailer car, they are in 17th. 18th is one of the rookie class karts, the 717 Offline 3. In 19th place we have one of the Clubman karts, Kart Force 2, the 84 kart. The 83 Last Minute kart, another higher kart class. In fact, the next few positions are all higher kart classes. The 83 Last Minute kart in 20th, the 49 Modave PPS in 21st, the 34 Skotec Racing in 22nd, and the 42 LH Racing in 23rd. And the number 5, say it carefully again, Cupid Stunts kart in 24th. Are all higher kart class. Then the wildcard racing Clubman entry 188 working its way back up the order. He just got past Team Bernardo 987 for 25th place. 27th is the 35 Northampton Maidens kart. 28th is the 881 Blue Speed Racing, one of the Clubman karts. 31 CD31 29th place. 30th, 33 kart BTM Racing UK, DCU kart, karts 31st. Then we have another Clubman's kart, Dads and Lads 64 is their number, and they're 32nd. Everyone I mentioned now is a higher kart in their stated. Otherwise, rival Bose, the 54 and 33rd place. 34th is the 23 Monday Nights team. 35th is the 85 kart EDKT. They're not back on their drivers very well ahead. 36th place is the number 30 Sim Racing, number 37th is the 68 Sweden Karting 2, 38th is the 15 car Thundercats, 39th is the 48 car Brawn Cocktails, 40th is the UCK Motorsport car 103, which you see them battling out on track. 41st is the number 47 Team White River, 42nd is the number 86 race for Ruben. Andrew.
Side by side,
Oh,
48
yes.
and 103, 4 position here, being assisted as well by the 31. That is a change for position.
It is indeed, and yes, I've just been talking about it, so that's a change of position. It will be reflected the next time they break the timing line to complete the lap. So now it's UCK Motorsport in 103 and 39th, and then Brawn Cocktails in 40th. As I say, Team White River at 41st, 42nd is Race for Rubens, Kart Force 3, the 41 card is the 43rd, 44th is the 227 Piston Broke. So that one carefully as well. In the 45th position is the 77 kart, the Aprilia Performance Racing. Then one of our Clubman karts, the 1942 kart, the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineering kart in 46th. 47th are the, we're calling them the Bashful Lanky Knights rather than what they actually want to call the number 61 kart. 48th is the 81 kart, Black Art Custom. 49th is the 37 kart, Venato 7. 50th place is the 101 YMSV Crash Team Racing. In 51st position is the 117 SG Petch Fury. In 52nd is the 67 Swindon Karting 1. In 53rd is the 96 Team Bonato Academy. Team Bonato, if we haven't mentioned already, brilliant team, lovely people.
The best.
The best. Really nice donuts, and they really like commentators. 54th place is the 111 Not Scared team. 55th is the number 26 Multi Warriors. 56th is the 44 Kart Force 157th is the number 40 Steel City. 58th is the 65 Autosport Kart. 59th is the 22 Mission Motorsport. Top 60 is the number 25 Dandy's Barney Army. In 61st place is the 99 Kart Racing for Ride. Drivers down at the hook in the last hour. In 62nd place is the 82 Salt Bay Racing, and then in 63rd place is the number 999 numbered 999 karting team. 64th is the number 12 BBS BB, and I'm very happy to be saying this because they spent a long time in the pits last time around. The 65th place runner still circulating is the number 39 Banshee Racing. That is how they line up at the moment.
Rain still due, 8 minutes now, the latest from producer Luke and his phone. So someone's put that shield back up, that impenetrable shield from earlier on, where everything just seems to go around the circuit. As there's a driver stuck at the top of the hill. This is the very last part of the car circuit part of Teesside Autodrome. Waved yellow flag there by the marshal driver's left. There's the giant Hornets flashing by and involved with the 420. That's not for position. GHR 10th place, 6 laps off the lead. 420. MS Lucas Racing 3 laps off the lead. Also, I don't think we've mentioned that Q Racing have now got 2 clear laps ahead of the rest of the field.
Yeah. Well, I think I mentioned it briefly whilst I was giving the run through, but yes, indeed, it's not too bad a cushion to have in place. But I still stress that
That full course yellow.
It can all change
we're
around.
Preparing for a full course yellow here.
Is there a cart off?
Yeah, it's the one at the top of the
Oh,
hill.
yes, okay.
I
Still
just saw
problems
one of the
getting that
boards
going.
being prepared.
Sorry, what I was going to say is the 2 lap margin can still be 2 laps can go. It really can.
Oh yeah.
If you think it is a comfortable gap to have in hand, but it really can all go away very quickly. And these karts have survived a lot with the weather that's been thrown at them, but we've still probably got more rain to throw at them, we're pretty certain. And we've still got nighttime, change of temperature. It is harder slightly to spot your apexes in the dark, it has to be said. It is just, obviously it's darker, but I always think slightly more prone to mistakes. Drivers have poor visibility. In some cases they're very tired. They haven't been cycling, they're sleeping. Well,
It's the 31 having their pit stop.
yep, that's the CD31 team.
We've had a message come in from Ori Atana. Can they get a plug for the town twinning between Middlesbrough and Oberhausen? Definitely. Twin towns currently working on refreshing our relationship. Just remind myself of the second half of that message. Part of that is the go-kart series, which started at Jumbo Kart Oberhausen and will have its season finale at Teesside Karting. Well, there you go, Ori.
Yeah, good stuff.
Here's your cause for full course yellow.
Now, do we know what this kart number is?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm going to...
Very quickly. It looks like a
I'm going to...
41.
41, so that
It's
makes it
Kart
the
Force.
Kart Force team, Kart Force 3. You can see
The hand
the
controls.
the hand controls.
Rain has arrived, finally.
You didn't just say that because there was a puddle, did you?
No.
There's genuine rain.
There's spots on the puddle.
Spots on the puddle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So-
no, you were absolutely right. It's now raining. And I don't know who wants to play that between us.
We'll call it a draw.
We'll call it a draw. It still says it's not here on his phone.
Wrong. Fake news.
I want to answer this. Craig Henstock, give Thundercats a shout out. Shout out to the Thundercats! Oh, someone's off. Hairpin one. No, in all
Not
seriousness,
the Thundercats.
I really hope it's not. That would be the fastest acting commentator's curse I've ever had. Thundercats, the
38.
number 15. You are 38th. And you are running just behind Swindon Karting 2, actually. You're locked in battle with them for 7th place. So it is actually worth watching that battle in particular at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that for you.
Just going to clear some of our blue dots.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I've highlighted so many. Andrew, the alpha timing system is just so good. I keep wanting to highlight. No, that's not. I won't circle that too much. But seriously, folks, get yourself over to live.alphatiming.co.uk/Teesside. Is that for position?
103 and 227 Well, the 103 is making its way through the field very nicely at the moment.
It's not.
Oh no,
Position.
hang on, it's lost the position to Prawn Cocktails again. But between the two of them, they're working their way. There's some good pace there.
Yeah, so there's a good battle going on for 37th and a good battle going on for 39th, actually. And
In fact,
indeed,
they've taken it.
Thundercats have just taken 37th position from Swindon Karting 2, so great timing there, Craig, on Facebook. We managed to cover, although I'm afraid we didn't spot it on camera, but Thundercats are moving back up the order. We did see them have a bit of an off earlier on in the tricky conditions, but they weren't alone. And actually, yes, let's bear it in mind because, I mean, it is raining, it's drizzling. It's really not all that at the moment.
This is the
It
point at
really
which
doesn't look that way on the radar.
Having not looked at the radar for a good 15 minutes, it's now going to tell me that it's dissipating, and it is.
It is actually, yeah.
it's
Well,
breaking up
I don't
just
know.
before the circuit.
I don't know, because yes and no.
Although saying that now looks a little bit heavy
Yeah,
on the TV
because
screen.
if you look on the weather radar, just as we thought it was breaking up, there is another patch of red to hit us. It's sort of swirling around.
Bad news for the 103. They've just received a black flag.
Oh dear. That is the UCK Motorsport team who've just taken. No, they've just lost a position, haven't they? To
It's for curbing.
it's for curbing.
Excessive
use.
curbing.
Yeah.
So they'll have to come to the pits for a penalty.
Absolutely.
So as I say, there's still a band of red rain, or red rain on the radar, behind what is now hitting the circuit. So we may still get another similar deluge to what we had earlier in the race, but I don't think it's going to be as bad, and it's definitely not going to be as prolonged, which is good for everybody.
The 58, this is an important battle to keep an eye on. This is for position. What's on screen right now, this is the battle for 4th overall, and crucially for the lead in, no, not the lead in, yes it is the lead, sorry, for Clubman class. Team Keen ahead of, the Team Keen 115 kart ahead of DWS, as we're able to show you the Clubman rankings there. So the 115 kart, which has got the little green detail on the back, the blue suited driver with the white helmet, is currently 4th overall in the race. And there, the yellow and green kart is the 58 DWS kart. So this is a close battle in the top 10 here. 4th place overall, 1st place in class. Lead battle for the Clubman class coming now into shot. They should arrive about now. So through this chicane they go, and they'll head up the hill, and you can see that the DWS kart had a much better line through there. He's going to have a good run here onto the back straight. Indeed he is. You can see the 115 driver shrimping, ducking his head to try and get a better run. He's going defensive, it looks like to me, although he didn't have a look over his shoulder, so maybe he was just fortuitously there. But where's the 58 going to try? You feel it's only a matter of time. It's a yellow flag there. Is that for the a recovering offline kart there?
Yeah, I think
the
it
blue
was.
kart, the 777. So here we go. Battle into the parabola between Team Keen and DWS. They're, I think, going to have to navigate, or are they going to get bulked here by the 777? 115 goes one way, the 58 goes the other. 58 gets a much later apex side by side, and job done. That was just much better, a much better run through the traffic, through the final hairpin. They start another lap, and DWS have taken the lead in the Clubman class with 18 hours and 10 minutes to go. So if they could hold on to that for 18 hours and 10 minutes, job done. But no, good racing there from the two of them. Good fair racing. And yeah, we've been very impressed by both those teams, haven't we, Andrew?
Yeah,
DWS
definitely.
and Team Keen.
DWS ran as high as second earlier in the race, and well, we've already seen one 24-hour race this year have the second class running up at the front, at the sharp end. And with 18 and over 18 hours of this one to go, I'm not going to rule it out here either.
It is raining, but the rain is very light at the moment. You probably can't make this out on camera. I don't even think it's enough to dampen the ground at the moment with a group of around 65 cars running across it all the time. As there is another, is that another
That's just a
black flag,
repeat.
or is that a repeat showing of the black flag for the UCK Motorsport?
Oh, another little spin down at... Oh,
Oh!
half
Now,
spins
is
everywhere.
that the rain? Is that the rain?
I think that is.
I
'cause
think
it's
that
always,
is at the bottom of the hill.
It's always hitting there first.
Yeah. And indeed, is that the north part of the circuit?
It is.
Where we'd expect the rain to be coming in from. So, we're keeping our eyes on the skies as well as the track at the moment.
Shout out for Karen Fisher for the Swindon karting teams. Still lapping around there. Swindon karting 1 currently in 51st. Oh, what's going on here?
No, I didn't see that for long enough to know. There's a plane with a... I'm gonna...
Is it a banner saying Chris Wilder is the greatest Football League manager in history?
Unlikely.
Up the blades! Yes!
It actually is.
Yes!
It actually
Oh,
is.
that's beautiful.
Oh, dearie me.
We're Sheffield United, and we are here. That's brilliant.
I'm commentating...
It might be up
Stuplex.
the borough, but I'm claiming it is up the blades.
Okay. So we don't know.
You know.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, folks. I'm commentating alongside a bit of a Sheffield fan.
Whoa, United.
Sheffield. Sorry. Should clarify.
Whoa.
Sheffield
Whoa,
United
whoa.
fan.
Careful. You'll anger Sheffield FC fans.
I almost put my foot in it there.
We
didn't
nearly
I?
had an incident
Oh
there.
dear. Anyway, what were we talking about before that began? We were going to shout
motor
out.
racing.
We were going to shout out to Swindon.
We were.
All the teams stuck at work. Wish them well. And Karen.
So Swindon Karting 1, 51st on the road. Going on quite nicely at the moment. And even nicer are Swindon Karting 2, who are up in 37th. There you go.
We are approaching quarter distance
We
in the
are.
British 24 hours, and by the standards of the British Pro Kart Endurance Championship, of which this is a round, for the events that aren't 24-hour races, the conventional length of a race is 6 hours. Much the same as World Endurance Championship, if you're familiar with that. A series of 6-hour and 24-hour races. Well, only one 24-hour race in the case of that particular series. But yes, we're getting to beyond, we're about to go beyond the length of a standard, shall we say, BPEC round, as there's another showing of the black flag to the 103, and we hope they will serve that promptly, else they're going to get even more the wrong side of the stewards than they already have to earn the black flag in the first place. We haven't actually seen, oh we have, it's for excessive curbing, is what that was for, isn't it? There's your leader, the 330Q Racing, just going through the hook now. And then we pan across to look at the slalom, really fun part of the course. And then we cut to look at the back straight, another fun part of the course. There is the 58, who recently have taken over the lead of the Clubland class. And you can see the green-plated 115 car not too far behind them, still just a couple of higher cart class cars separating them. One of those higher cart class cars, the white shielded one there, is your leader in the higher carts class, actually. So the Clubland kart, the Clubland class leader, sorry, has just put a lap on the higher kart class leader. Nothing to worry about if you're a higher kart class leader fan of the SD Petch Sprinters team. One would expect the Clubland class to be putting a lap on the... Oh! Leader's round! Leader in Clubman is round! What happened there? The Clubman leader spun round there in the hairpin and has just lost the lead of that class to Team Keen again. Now, I don't think it was contact between them and Team Keen. I'm afraid I wasn't watching the screen at the time. But something happened in the traffic there for DWS, and they've lost the position. So, the battle's back on again between Team Keen and DWS. In fact, Team Keen now will have a bit of a gap in hand. So there's Team Keen, And wait for it. Yeah, there's the 115. And there is the 58. So they've got a bit of a gap now, have Team Keen. Thank you to whoever's manning that camera. That's right on with what I wanted to talk about there. It was really good. So yeah, there you can see on the left-hand side, you can screen the Clubman Class standings. Team Keen now ahead of DWS, and let's not forget Canterbury College still having a really good run. I know we saw them have a drama at the bottom of the hill, but very few karts in the field. In fact, are there any karts left in the field that can claim to have had a drama-free race? Actually, Team Keen and DWS probably have the best claim of the lot, Andy.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen any major problems with them. So they either haven't had any, or they're good at hiding. Excuse me. My words started merging together then. So, coming up to the top of the hour.
Bad news.
Oh, we've got to give them a shout out. Robert Eaton. I will give them a shout out, but I'm going to say the words carefully. Cupid stunts are going well. They are the number 5 kart. Number 5 kart in 23rd place and 7th place in higher kart class at the moment. So yeah, they are having a good race. They are 34 seconds back from a battle that's happening between the 42 kart Van H Racing in 21st and the 22nd place 34 kart of Skotec Racing. So if Cupid Stunts can keep the pace up, they are going to eventually catch up to that battle. So if they keep pushing, they could be looking at getting into the top 20 in the next few hours, although there is quite a gap between 20th and 21st to make up. We have some much larger gaps down this form of racing. Really good to have you tuned in with us here.
Ooh, 58.5, very, very wide, and nearly what I'm calling the 443 quagmire, the quagmire of doom.
The turn 3 quad. Sorry, I had to put that comment on screen as a tribute to Formula 1 memes the world over.
But that's how I feel right now because Middlesbrough have scored. Anyway, back to racing. Higher class, still the SG Petch Sprinters leading. 42 seconds clear now of the 66, which is the Kart Events.be. This is one of the Belgian teams running really well, and they've quietly worked their way up.
They have indeed. What happened to the Harry Lees carriers? Did they pit? They haven't pitted for an hour and... Oh, they pitted 11 minutes ago. That would explain it.
Well, also a message from Luke Can. Shout out to Black Art Customs. Luke's watching from Pembrokeshire.
And thank you for your very kind words about the coverage as well.
So I could have a
Luke,
look
thank you
where
very much.
Black Art Customs are. That's good.
The
team name,
81.
47.
Yeah, 81 kart is 47 at the moment. Running in the higher kart class. Mate, what happened to our rain?
I think we put 20p in the
sun.
Well, in the Star Wars style deflector shield, which we had in play earlier.
Okay.
And then we forgot to put it.
Must be heading off just a few miles to.
I think it's
ruin
just
Sheffield
all
United.
it's just all breaking up just before the Riverside Stadium because we're in town. Doesn't matter. We're still going to do a good Wednesday at the end of the day anyway. So that's all that matters.
In the pits, the number 64 of Dads and Lads, that's one of the Clubman runners. The rival Bones, the number 54 car, is also pitted from 32nd place. Team Belgium, the 79 car, is pitted in 12th place. They're another Clubman's runner. So, a light spattering of karts may have hit the pit lane sooner than our light spattering of rain that we predicted, or even heavy spattering of rain.
Now, a lot of the owner carts, the front bumpers almost starting to look a little bit like that new aero setup that the Ducatis are running in MotoGP. With the big hole in the front.
I know what you mean, actually. Still that damp patch at the bottom.